like the rest of the night.
So you...
Go for it!
I remember, I do remember, yes, when I was young. Can you believe it? I've run out of things to say. I knew that would bring a very loud, sufficient round of applause. Bill Rowe, what was your betting average in high school? Go ahead, Bill. Sure. 0, yes, that's right. We all paid Jack Satz not to let you play. No, I'm kidding. Joke. Little humor, you know. Very little. No, don't throw that Bill. Okay. Chapter 11. It was a slow day. And slow day. I don't know, search. How can Bill they go? Yes, there it is.
Share with you my last part.
I am telling you, years from now, school children will study it as one of the greatest first dates of all time. It was unbelievable. We could totally be ourselves. We didn't have to play any games.
So have you called her yet?
No, I like her. What do you say? It's the next day. How needy do I want to see her? I'm right. Right?
Yeah, let her dangle.
I can't believe my parents are actually pressuring me to find one of you guys.
Come on, just do it. Call her. Stop being so testosterone-y.
Which, by the way, is the real San Francisco treat.
Testing.
Okay, we're going to sing a song for you, and it's going to really suck, but bear with us, and applaud, and laugh, and think that it's really good. Because why, Zoe? What is Zoe not going to approve? Zoe, what are you doing over there? What are you doing there, then?
Singing in the rain.
Singing in the rain. The words are on TV. It's Search Chapter 11, da 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 da, key to digital. Oh, it's Land of 1,000 Dances. Ooh, look at these chicks. Hey, you gotta know how to pony, just like Pony Maroni.
Yeah, you gotta know how to do it. I said it goes like this.
I said the mashed potatoes to the LA radio.
I said, Billy Garrett, yo, 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 come on and get.
Let's go!
I didn't select
Did
this
you
song.
clap your hands? Just like a clap your hands.
Now then move your feet. I get into the beat. I said, na 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 na.
Yeah!
Bye-bye, baby.
Drive carefully. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Al doesn't race anymore. We always get Al.
Four burgers,
First came to my son there. He just learned to talk and he called him Elmer Freddy Burger. And we always take him down to the pits afterwards, and then I had good friends that ran a car out of the Jenks garage, which was Doug Bartholomew, and then
There's a can, no,
they
Brian,
ran with Paul Clark.
Did you?
And so we got to camp with Dan, with Al, and all those guys. We always said to Al, I said, Al, you got to put the number on the bottom of your car. He'd look at us like, why? Because you're upside down so much, you want to know who the hell it is.
That's right, he was. He was already upside
He
down.
landed in the pavilion one time and said he wanted a beer and 2 burgers to go.
I said, I saw that, died.
Yeah.
Yes. That night happened. He put that right up in there.
Mom cooked and the cook boys were racing. Never mind. She turned sideways on the bench and she, like this, you know, and you could hear the announcer. Well, you know that announcer, who that is? He's from the beach, Dave Hallett.
Oh, really? We haven't been
Matter, Brian.
well,
Oh yeah, yeah, he passed away. Yeah.
Okay, that was my ex-husband's brother.
Oh. He used to live over on Elizabeth Street.
Sue? Invited us down.
Have any of that out? I'll probably see you down there. Midgets. Something great. And the sprints at Beaver Dam now. Dean Erfurt is leading points on one faction of the Beaver Dam. The sprints. There's a IRA sprints and there's the bandits.
Yeah, I go everywhere with him now, but I got.
Oh, he's like, I'm sorry. I said, that's okay. I said, I figured everybody'd say, I thought everybody'd say, God, his last wife is so pretty. What is he doing?
These guys, let me see
As long as you're gone. Because it's there. No, we have to breakfast. Cake.
Yeah.
So how many pieces were there left? About 5 pieces of cake, right? Something like that? 5?
Well, there was 2 pieces sitting over on the table, and I said, Bill,
Yeah.
I said, they're just going to throw that away. Can we take them home for breakfast? And then you gave us some more.
But it was a good estimate. You know, I've been to things where there's
Well,
too much cake left
I
over.
think in the bar later, Janine Halverson was sitting down, just sitting talking to someone, just eating cake off the big board. She's still pretty much Janine.
It was good cake.
I told her if she paid $5 too much, she could have a tape, but I don't think she ever got it. So something else to bitch about now for the next 5 years for her. I gave her your phone number though.
There's 2 more pieces of chicken.
Yeah. No.
Tell them from the beginning.
When we were freshmen, caretaker of the Girl Scout camp. Hell, they only come till at least try to hold it in June and by August they're all done.
Nobody wanted, none of the guys were dancing, all the girls were going.
No, but none of the guys wanted to dance with you?
None. So I asked Janine to dance, and she said, yeah, I'd love to go on there. Then she walked away, and I didn't see her the rest of the night. Last night, same thing happened. Exactly. He said, well, nobody's dancing, let's dance and maybe we'll get them going. I said, okay. She said, okay, I'll go get my drink. Never saw her.
Deja vu.
All over
I said,
again.
yeah, all over again. And then she came up even a second time. And even said to me,
oh, she asked
yeah.
you, do you mind if I dance
I
with
said,
him?
no, go ahead.
Yeah, then she walked away, never saw her.
Then I got the hell with her. Then I danced a year rest later.
Yeah, this is kind of the theme.
I said, Bill, she's just teasing you. She's gonna like.
What was that, Bill?
Janine. You were dancing with her.
Weren't you?
They were sitting there talking.
Did she ask you?
You were dancing with somebody.
She asked Bill twice and never danced.
Oh, that's right.
I knew we had a beer.
Then he was pouting. Well, Bertie's gonna poop on your lip, I said. No, he doesn't. She's doing it to me again.
I was just trying to get Kathy and Lola different thing, that's all I was working on.
You were getting them up there?
Them guys were.
You're the reason.
You're the one.
God, weren't they good? Oh,
I
they
suppose.
were.
Oh, they,
And
well,
Michelle Nelson.
Michelle got there,
won't call it
Mike
that.
just sat there and did the slow burn, he was just,
Okay, and then what's
he
that
was
one guy?
just-
Oh, you guys should see Michelle on
The
tape.
guy that I was giving a bad time. He said, I'm gonna go up there and sing. I'm gonna go up there.
Oh, Danny
You're
McLeod.
live. Danny
I
McLeod.
said, you little wimp. I said, you're telling us you're gonna sing tonight and you haven't been up there one time. What the
All night
hell's
long,
the
he said
matter?
he
Well, I
was
was just
gonna
getting
sing.
ready. I said, you were not. I said, you're just a big talker. So you can get up here and sing and you never did.
That's the McLeod.
Danny hasn't changed.
He actually looks better than he did in high school.
I think so.
tripod, you guys sitting here talking about all these.
Where's the stairs?
That would have been classic.
Yeah.
It helps when your brother's a
More
barber.
of a, what do you call?
Receding hairline, yes.
No. More of a, more combed or something. More
Not
styled.
so wet.
Yeah.
Coiffed?
But he
Coiffed. More coiffed. Yes.
Oh, it's
Dan
not-
McLeod wears coiffed hair.
Well, he looked.
Dyed.
He looked.
Was it?
That's what Heffron swore last night, he said it was
And
dyed.
that's
Well-
what he kept saying. He
Yeah,
said it
it was
was
dyed.
darker.
Because Heffron's sitting there all of a sudden, Heffron says, your hair is black. Danny goes, no it ain't. He says, yes it is. It's black.
Yeah, his hair is, he dyed it. His hair was white and brown.
No, he
But
just
that's
got,
what he kept saying.
no, he just got divorced recently.
No wonder he's dying it.
But he.
His brother, Sonny's a barber.
Is that maybe the reason why I got
Sonny is
divorced?
still alive?
No, I don't know.
What'd you say?
I said Sonny is still alive?
Sonny is?
Sonny McLeod. Oh, that's his brother?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
When we seen him at
There's a
DJ's
bunch of
last, he was kind
McLeods.
of depressed. This time he was in better mood.
There's a lot of them.
Because we seen
Roger.
him right-
Three of them on the way up here.
Roger McLeod, he's a
Rick.
plumber.
All in one family?
Rick. Joe Adverts lives across from where I store my motorcycle at. There's Joyce. Meathead. Mikey. Mikey was when Dougie Cole's dad had that gas station out at the beach. They had one drive-on ramps. Cars like that. They're doing something. Sonny had a '59 Chevy and she had a clutch or something on it. Meathead was about 3 or 4. Sonny, I gotta go to the bathroom. Just wait, Meathead. And Sonny, I gotta go. Just wait, we're almost done here. Sonny, I gotta go. We'll go across the road, god damn it. All of a sudden, the little Meathead goes across from the station in the ditch there. All of a sudden cars are honking and shit, and looks over there and the little kid's taking a dump, waving at all the neighbors as they're going by, and of course Sonny just thought he had to take a whiz, That was Meathead waving at the neighbors. He was the last kid, he was the mistake, I think, but Quits. He was called Quits McLeod. But we're talking between Jensen's and McLeod's and the Grays, they filled up that Lower Beach bus. There was 2 buses out the beach. You had 14, 15, and 13 families. Kids.
Well, no, I was turned it in.
Yeah.
I see him garage sale. I see him garage sale.
Did you have handlebars, Will?
What happened to Linda Leggett?
You never had
She was in
handlebars.
our class, wasn't she? Did she graduate?
She had a
He looks like somebody from out west.
She was supposed to be there last night.
Like what?
He looks like somebody from out west,
Yeah.
what's that, Deadwood City or, Dead Beats?
Deadbeat saying I remember that song.
Distinguished, yeah. Extinguished. Depends on what part of the country you're from.
Yeah.
But yeah, my brother was terrible. But his,
Mike?
does anybody here know Mike?
Mike Brown?
Yeah.
Good guess, huh?
You just amazed me.
Fast.
Well, I had to go to college to learn that stuff.
Yeah, Mike, they're all older than him.
Yeah, I got much choice. Yeah.
So, Could have they called you quits from too?
No,
Well, no, I
there was
had,
2 other quitters after me.
Oh, there were?
but they were
Almost
girls.
quit. 2 tail enders.
30 actually.
Oh yeah, 3. There were 3. One died about 6 months after. After what
So, how many kids Kathy Borcher had? Didn't she have like 3 before we got out of high school or something like that?
All right.
No.
Oh.
Wasn't she the one that came, somebody came to
Talker,
the 5-year
talker,
class
talker.
meeting with 4 kids. Kathy doesn't have 4.
I like to listen to her laugh.
I'll show and
You know, nothing's changed.
They wanted to go down and get, her and someone wanted to go down and get the picture, so me and Dan would say, okay, when you were talking, we'd say, okay, now's a good time. We just about get down and they go, oh, get back, get back. And we say, oh, wait, and then they find it. We're not gonna do this anymore. I like to listen to her. And if you think we're gonna get up there and sing, look down here nuts, we ain't gonna get up there and sing. Next thing you know, there they go. We ain't gonna get up there.
You guys did a good job. I love that.
You picked the song we sang before we cheated.
Of course, I wouldn't sing any other song.
Sitting there watching her in the corner. I take the karaoke book over to her, and then I walk away. About 15 minutes later, she's still looking through the and said, "Look, she'll sit there all night till 12:30 to get enough guts up to go up there and sing. It'll take her that long if I don't go over and drag her up."
I should talk because
The tape came out really nice.
How much are you selling the copies of those 450? 7,500? What, I can't remember. Depends
To
on
the
what's
right
said,
person.
right?
You know, I'll bet Zoe and Michelle and and Kathy might give a little more than $10 for one of them, just to get all the copies of that thing. Yeah, last night you. Mike would be willing, maybe.
Yeah,
to pay a lot of money.
Mike was just not real happy. He was sitting up there and he was just going. I know, it's funny. I think you couldn't get them off there once they got up there.
Oh, God,
they
no.
were.
Jeez. Thank God they didn't get up there at 8:15.
How did we put that last night? Tone deafness meets Mr. Microphone?
Yeah. Tone deafness.
Who's that one girl that was up there singing?
I was scared.
Karen Sundeledge. You guys did a nice job of trying to help her out.
She found the harmony. Not many people can find the harmony in a song right off as quick as Karen did.
You know how hard
Which
it
one
is
was
to
that?
find the real note
when somebody else is singing.
Oh.
One that sang up there by herself.
I was sitting with Barb and Louie and Shirley Miller, or Connor. And Shirley is just yelling at Zoe and those, sing the word, sing the word. She's got that squirrely voice anyway. Sing the word. She's just screaming at the top of her voice. Shirley, Jesus.
Oh, she's got that high pitched voice.
She had a great laugh.
Well, the first time we went to karaoke, this one woman was singing, and she was just up there, I looked at Bill and I said, please, let's leave.
We just looked at each other and
I
walked
couldn't,
out.
I just couldn't, it was like, I couldn't stand it. It's like, she's really butchering this song. It wasn't, it was just.
It hurts when it's one of those songs you really like.
Yeah, that's
The only thing worse would have
that
been
goes right through.
to have them sing like New York, New York. Now that's always the typical, that's karaoke song. Everybody does New York, New York at a karaoke.
Yeah,
You know.
they did it.
I can
Oh,
just
they
see
killed that
those
one
three
bartender.
try and do that one.
Was it Paul's Club where the bartender used to do that periodically? Yeah, the one with the tree in it on
With
State
tree?
Street. Yeah, he used to just sing New York, New York. It would, and you, the thing, music would start up and half of you would go, oh yeah, and then there's people go,
It's called something else.
It's changed hands, hasn't it?
yeah, well, Terrain, the guy that used to sing was the guy that owned it, and he died. And now they rebuilt it after the fire, and they put like windows in front. It's no longer like a little cave like it used to be.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
much
yeah.
nicer.
But the tree's still there, right?
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
tree's
They put
solid
enough-
concrete. It ain't going nowhere.
No.
In fact, when I worked at the Orpheum, we went at one point, a bunch of us, they hired us to come up there, and we cleaned all the leaves by hand. We went up, get a ladder, went up, pull all those leaves down, clean the smoke residue and stuff off.
Is it one Italian place still up
Didn't
there?
pay us enough for that.
Pythons? Portobello?
I remember you walked in, it was like an arch, and it was all kind of a garden, and you
Portobello.
walked. Portobello. Is that what it always was called, or was it called something else?
Do you remember
The bar
when
closes
Islands
at
was in the
10:30.
Basement of Portobello? You used to walk on those grates. There was like wood grates or something.
This was even before that.
Right up Francis Street.
I thought it was the Jeep.
Garganos?
Yeah, that's it.
Garganos was on State Street.
That's right.
That's
that
the
was
one
on
I'm
stage,
talking
yeah.
about.
Then Vito Gargano has the monastery now. Which is the
Okay,
old
it was
church.
like a where is the monastery?
The monastery is
It's on,
on just off East
East Wash.
Washington.
But that's
300
closed
block?
now. That's
no,
closed
they moved
now.
out
Is
to
it closed?
Yeah, that. Well,
And
there's a
I think the
monastery on
bar
Cross
was on
Plains
top,
Street.
and then you went
The
downstairs.
monks
to
retreat.
eat.
That's in Cross Plains. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess.
But the monastery was there. It closed. Oh, before I moved to Boston. About 89. It
That was one of the Gargano families that was.
But it reopened
built on the,
again.
I think that's what this place was
Oh,
called.
did it?
Yeah, but then it wasn't open for very long the
you
next
ate up-
time
Or there's
either.
a bar upstairs, then you went, I thought, either downstairs to eat, it was all like red brick. You walked in, there was like a garden and.
That was Portobello.
That's
Portobello down
I
on
think
Francis
it was
Street.
That's what you said, it sounded like,
Basement's now a wine bar.
Wasn't there? There was a
it's all red
But it has some
brick.
very
Burritos.
Oh, no.
It seemed
Out
like,
on University
good stuff.
Avenue, that one?
yeah, what was that called?
LaCarrie's? No.
You're not thinking of
Over by,
It's been so-
Lombardino's.
Lombardino's, yeah.
That could've been-
Lombardino's,
Maybe that
that's
was it.
in the old university there.
But
Yeah.
it was neat. It was neat. Pizza place, spaghetti place.
Yeah. All those famous
Never been
That
there.
was a long,
spots.
long, long, long time ago.
What about Summit History?
I never got any of the cards back saying she doesn't, live here, not from reporting or anything. Colorado, I think is where she's at. Someone told me it was
that?
her or her husband was in jail.
No, I thought it was an institution.
No, whatever.
Minneapolis, you said she was at last.
She lived out.
I heard the whole part.
But I thought I had Rick talk with it coming down, but he.
So what's it like when
Smoke a cigar and chew tobacco.
Very serene, thank you. Thanks for asking. Thanks for bringing me back. I left again, but no, you had to bring me back. Leave me alone,
I
man.
want to stay in touch. No, you're getting crabby already. Our 7-week anniversary yesterday, and now today you're crabby.
7 weeks? Wow. So you getting the 7-week get you? I'm just kidding.
Yes. Now, what kind of gift is that, the 7-week?
I have something I could really say
Zipper
here, but I'm
something?
not going to because it's probably embarrassing.
Why do we
Look,
buy
there's a
this?
jet ski.
Go ahead. Tell us.
Go ahead, you're among friends.
But
I don't even know you people yet. I don't realize I'm
Trust
talking,
us.
I'm talking more than
Oh
you are.
yeah,
I should
trust
shut up
us.
for a
I've
while.
heard that before. Trust us. Pay no attention to the red light on that black camera. Trust
All of my wives said that.
This is a neat hat.
Well, thank you. The first person said it. Everybody else looks at that hat and goes, "What the hell are you wearing that for?"
I like
You
it.
were wearing that?
It looks good on
It's my hat.
Of course, she's got it on back.
It looks good on her. No, fine.
Yes, it does. You know I like my hat?
No, I didn't know that. Well, I learned something today.
Something new again.
Take her to the islands,
You were
man.
used
She
that
can get
has
one.
a pair of boots, I think, black ones.
There's a man down there.
Just
Hey,
boots,
man, you want
Bill,
to buy a
just
hat, man?
boots.
Just boots.
Boots and a hat.
Boots, yeah, I like that. Boots and a hat, that's all.
Something with a C in it, maybe?
Yeah, okay. The boots or the hat?
Or they'll braid your hair. Huh?
Neither. I don't
She wants to see me.
Well, I had to cover my flat hair from the mic.
But it was a hell of a nice try, Brian.
That's for you? Becky.
Take care, sir. Yeah. Talk to you.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning, think of any of those real stupid, silly things.
Keep it myself.
Keep yourself.
Nice meeting ya. See you later, lady behind the camera.
Goodbye, Brian.
Good job, Brian. Nice.
Nice meeting you.
See
You
you
were
all
good.
in
You were
5
good.
years.
That's
Or
right.
2.5, as the
Oh, yeah,
case may be.
2.5.
Oh,
Good
well,
app.
didn't we
That's
tell you
good.
we're inviting you to the wedding, you guys?
Hey, if you didn't think you knew anybody this time, wait till the
Maybe we're
Halloween
not.
party.
What did you say?
I said, if you don't think you knew anybody this time, wait till the Halloween party.
So those were all the people you missed at the 15th.
I'm gonna come as, who knows?
I think we might get married on Halloween, should we? There you go.
Oh, yeah, we could have one of those, a Frankenstein wedding type thing. Yeah.
Get them big slabs with some lightning.
Yeah. We got pink tape right here.
Yeah. Really? You think he'd come back? I don't
Nobody
think we
know
could
who
talk
he
him.
was.
Elvis.
I don't know if we could talk Elvis into showing up again or not. All those people out in the bar didn't even know Elvis was there last night for Grandma. Did you know Elvis was at a reunion last night?
We were watching.
I could smell him.
I don't know why. I don't know
So
why
could I. I was standing a lot closer than you.
hot little bar side. It was so much cooler.
Yeah.
That was pretty rowdy bunches up there for a while.
Pretty much just a trash bill for an hour, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I'm gonna leave again. I'll come back later.
Y'all do.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye. Bye.
Drive careful. No, drive fast. Be killed.
Go ahead and drive on 2 wheels.
At least two.
Honda.
Yeah. You know, most people throw their cans away so they know which one they're drinking out of. They're all empty though.
Unfortunately, the bees are down this year. You had a couple of bees in there.
I know.
Yeah, they're really not bad this year.
No.
Yeah, they always wait till tailgating season to come
Oh,
out.
they come back with the students on the UPS trucks
Labor
from
Day weekend.
Chicago.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Seriously.
Because when tailgating season starts, they're there.
Yeah. No, this year they won't be. There's a bad year for bees.
That's a bad sign. Last summer was awful.
Good year for
I
us.
didn't even get
Bad
the
for
pool.
the bees.
They
It
didn't
was
have
like
any
cold.
They didn't have any bees at the zoo. Bees at the zoo.
I didn't get flowers planted where I usually plant them this year. It was so cold and hot. I'm like banner sign for end of summer party in Lake Mills. The classics coming in. Oh, summer.
It seems
I
like
feel
it
like
just
it's just
started.
started.
It does, yeah.
Oh, I have it. Wanna go there?
Is there a group called the Classics, or is it?
Oh, yeah. You've never heard of
I
that.
suppose they probably play something like 80s music, you know.
Yeah.
You listen to the oldies station now, WOLX, and they're playing songs from 10 years after we got out of high school. And I said, oh, hold on here.
Those aren't oldies.
Those aren't old yet.
What's that say on the red tag? Tailgaters.
Production, Tailgater Production.
Oh, okay.
Every time they walk out of the house, they think it's production. So. We were listening to Kevin earlier, he was saying all the stuff that they have to pack in and take everywhere. Pretty much is a production before they go anywhere, I think.
You ought to do a 25-pound turkey the second week in November in the parking lot. Gets to be a production.
Trying to dig up and bury them in the lot over
Well, we don't use the Hawaiian cooking system anymore. We wrap them in leaves and put them in a pit. We've decided to use the grill now.
Didn't like to digging holes in the lot.
Actually, I didn't mind us digging a hole, so they said we didn't fill it in good enough. You want a beer? I have beer in here.
I like to go fishing with Friday.
I brought extra.
Yeah.
Oh,
I really like it.
We're out selling, there's this
So,
big red thing. sitting
where's your
up
best,
like a
what do you think best fish fry is?
That they have to spigot for drinking water. And I was in a box and I looked at it and this is weird. Opened the lid up and it's tin inside and there's a big, looks like a pie. You take a pie out of the tin, you turn it upside down, it's a rock that looks like that. A little wire loop in it.
That's true, they probably all serve them now.
And it's, I don't remember what it's called, but it's made out in Boulder, Colorado.
I know.
Is that where we
take
the stone?
That's where we go. We have friends who live on the Old Johnson Creek.
45 minutes.
To get there? We've been
Set
at
the
two
stone in.
college
You got
roommates,
dinner pan.
branches out there.
Set it to a roast or a chicken or vegetables. You set it in there and you close it up and you walk away from it or throw it in the front of your car or in the back of your truck. And then you wait 3 hours later.
There, we were looking at actually in Deerfield.
Is it lava rock?
No, it's poured.
It sounds pretty dense.
What do you ask, Bill?
Yeah, it's poured, but it's about this thick and about that big around. It's a great thing. You know,
Yeah,
you take it off, you go up to a Claire or someone like that.
They don't know
you
why.
your-
They'll politely
your
nod it.
meat or your roast, the vegetables all together. Cordless slow cooker. Huh? No. Do that in my van all the time.
You missed the best part. They went through the whole yearbook.
Nice, it's raining. I get the engine between the seats.
Is that right? And if we didn't swim, we'd have to beat the camera on for that. That would have classic. What's that, the 80 World Cup? Texas, Oklahoma.
See, that's why I don't like the.
Yeah, I think, you know, I wrote there about being McLeod. You know what that was about? Ron Heffron used to work up there at Kmart.
Yeah.
And this guy died. He brought his car in to get his work done, and he died. So then,
There or later?
later, the guy didn't come back to get the car. So anyhow, it ended up out at the Rogers.
Oh,
So then-
that's the car then, okay.
Okay, so then we come up with a great, one day we needed a car for shop class, so I said, well, Mom's got that car out there at Rogers, let's go get that. So me and Danny, and I can't remember if it was Ronnie or Ricky went with us. Either Ronnie or Ricky went with us, and Ricky or Ronnie was at home. So we go out there, we took Jim's car. Remember that 51 Chevy, they had the big 50-gallon gas tank in the back? So we go out there and we hook up to this little Falcon. And we're towing down the road and Danny's driving. Well, as soon as you hit 50 miles an hour, the car was just all over. So we pulled in, you know, we take it in the shop class, pull the beat. So got a car here to look at. And about 10 minutes later, we hear a lump outside the door. Get that car out of here. Why? It's stolen. And we said, what? He said, it's stolen. He said, the guy never come back to get it. He died, he said. He said, it was just sitting there, so we took it. And we sat around for probably about 2 weeks now because nobody wanted it. We didn't know we got there where we were going to take the thing now.
That's to drive it off the list because you let it slip.
Remember we took one time when Dick Smith took off and we had that little Beetle. Shop class and he got all the way to the top of the hill. He ran out of gas. And Pete would sit there and go, I wonder what Dick is doing up there. He said, he's not supposed to be out of the classroom.
No can escape.
No can escape, he said, but he said he's just sitting there. And then, yeah, I got it. Then he just coasted all the way back down that hill. It was not a very good escape that time. That car sat around for about 2 weeks. Nobody knew what to do with that.
Whatever happened to it, you just scrap it off.
I don't know what the heck. If somebody decided that they better just get the thing, you know, ever pull something, you know, sooner or later they're going to figure out that this car, yeah, the Kmart was going to miss it too and say, well, this guy left the car here and yes, he's dead, but we ain't got the car and
We didn't get the money for the bill.
we ain't got the money for the bill and somebody just told this thing away on us. And
Rod, how come you haven't revered us with the story about junior year right during football season? I heard some stories about the seniors taking you on a little road trip.
Nick Myers and them.
Yeah.
They used to be mean.
Was that your junior year? Was that our junior year?
Oh no, we were young.
Yeah,
Freshmen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
It used to, every day used to be sock at the Rodney Day. That's what laughing was. What time is it? Sock at the Rodney Day.
We used to,
smacking the hell out of
me
him.
and Ward used to live in constant terror of the
Yeah,
guys.
they were
I mean, we'd be
monsters.
walking, and then all of a sudden there would be Jim and all of them, and then they just hijack us, you know, and they take us for rides and strip our clothes off, and we're laying there, you know, we're gonna take pictures of you. And they just, they just. Then there was one time there was a whole bunch of girls there, and we just lived in terror. And we had.
Yeah, I bet.
When we were-
Naked with a bunch of girls
Yeah.
there in terror. Yeah, right.
But they didn't know what
Then
to
we had-
do with their nakedness.
Yeah, we were freshmen, and then we
They
had.
don't know by freshmen.
We were in
That's
band.
now.
We were in band, so we had, our lunch was with all the seniors and juniors. There was only like, it was Bill and me, John Black, and we just lived in terror because we just, everywhere was going on. You go to the bathroom, and the next thing you know, they got Bill's head down, and they were gonna flush it down the toilet, you know. And we walked in, we were in mortal terror because you know every time there was no, it was like the herd.
No can escape.
Yeah, it was the herd mentality. I mean, when there's only about 3 or 4 of you, you had nowhere to, you know. These guys were just kind of, you know, your head was on a swivel because you know, sooner or later.
Or later.
Something was like, but then it finally stopped. It finally stopped.
Oh, you got big, probably.
No, well, remember Phil White? Remember him? He got, remember him? He got brave. Because it was like, it was just a certain bunch that could beat us up and pick on us, you know?
Yeah.
Well, he got real brave once, and he picked on me.
Yeah.
And I popped him. I just figured, you know, it was, you know, and then they were all happy because, you know, they didn't want anybody else hurting in on, just, oh man, they were mean. I remember one time, remember we were playing football that one time? We were, and it was punt returns. And it was supposed to, everything was supposed to be at half motion, and all of a sudden you remember you heard that, whap! And here's Bill laid out. And Jim's standing over top of him saying, you're always supposed to know what's going on. And he just laid.
Jim Knickmeyer?
Yeah, just laid him out.
So he did that to his brother?
Oh yeah, remember that? He just laid him out. Just laid him out. Then we, same thing, we used to have to hold Griffith, Dave Griffith. Remember him?
Yeah.
We used to have to hold the dummies for him. And I mean, them guys were animals. He cuts meat up there at Super City. I taught him this. And we'd sit there, and I mean, they just, and if you dropped the dummy, then they really whooped on you. I mean, you know, you had, because the idea was you had a, man.
They really didn't like when you pulled the dummies out of their way.
No, that. Stand there like this, we'd all get there like this, and then we go. And they, no, then we take another, we just take a little bit down.
Ole.
I remember that was a sophomore. They let me go off and let them kick off returns. That was not a pretty sight. I was a little bit too little to be on the hat. I got walked pretty good that time. Yeah, they used to go. Come get us. See, Bill wasn't really, see, Dad won the car. Remember that green station wagon? And I had to drive him everywhere. Take care of him. Don't take care of him.
Take her to practice.
Yeah, take him to practice.
Make sure he gets home in one piece.
Well, it was a good deal. I mean, he got the car for free,
Yeah.
the gas was paid for, and I just had to, you know, take care of him. Take care of Bill. And then we just go somewhere and here they come, and then we just, and then they just, oh, they used to just. I mean, you walk down, like you said, we'd walk down the hallway and it was just, you know, they just would pound on you, and just, you know. We'd huddle, you know, we'd get, you know, and
Get you in those little corners that they had.
He stabbed me one time, Jim Knickmeyer. We're sitting there eating, you know, we're eating, and he just took his fork and went, and, you know, it was nasty. Well, then it festered, there was a little piece of macaroni that was stuck in my arm. I mean, they just, you know, we just lived in mortal terror. Like I said, there was only about 3 or 4 of us that was on the, remember that? We just were just.
Has it
God, thank
stopped
God.
yet?
What?
Has it stopped yet?
Yeah.
Thank
We were
God
little,
I didn't go to
see, I mean,
school
that
there
was-
freshman, sophomore, because that was a little run.
No.
It was pretty much a run junior and senior, but really a run freshman and sophomore. Boy, I was.
What did they do to you?
Well, I moved there junior year, and the first day Phi Ed class, sitting in there, I was in Phi Ed with Rick Phillips and the Rogers brothers, and I don't know, a couple other. Everybody looked bigger than hell to me. My first day in Oregon, you know, Jesus Christ. Just don't anybody say anything about it. Well, Booth Kissling was teaching class. He had been to the Middleton Good Neighbor Festival Parade, and I had been in an oratorical contest, won a contest, and had ridden in the parade in a convertible in Middleton. And he had seen it. And he was up giving a speech about it. He turned and said, like Tim McNerlin, our new student here, you know, something about being in a speech contest riding in a convertible.
Oh,
The Rogers and Rick Phillips turned around slowly, give me a look, and I knew that I was not going to be living after the end of that day. And they were just going to kill me. They were going to kill me, and I was going to be down behind the school somewhere, never be found, heard from again. They never did, but I lived in fear for the first couple of weeks because I wasn't sure how everybody. And then I meet Gary Grass and go, oh my God! He never hit me either.
We were kinder and gentler.
It was a kindler, gentler year.
Going for a ride.
Going for a ride.
I can remember that one time they took me. They had me stripped down. They had cameras, you know. Mary Shipley was with them. I know that. This and that. And I remember Bill. Bill was standing there and was just like, you know, he didn't get picked, you know. And he was like, you know. And then they always brought you right back to where they took you from, you know. The other ones would be standing there, you know. And go, well, what did they do to you this time, you know? And you ain't gonna believe this one, you know.
Sounds like a Cosby record.
You know, it was anytime, you know, I can remember.
Did they
all the
bring you
friends-
back naked or did they give you?
No, they give you your clothes back and this and that, and then they just, I knew somebody standing there going, what did they do?
Make you wear your pants on your head and your
No,
shirt
no,
on your.
What did they do to you this time? You know, they would decide, well, you know, they take Billy and go, good, they took Bill this time. You know? Give it to Ward this time, you know.
Yeah, get him.
You know, it was like, you know, you hope that they would get satisfied, but they had this thing where they just were never going to be satisfied. That
No.
that was why.
More.
See, I can't remember that we were that.
Huh?
When we were seeing that, we never.
No.
I can't remember picking on.
You don't? Well, they used to always, you guys,
Jimmy Lynch.
somebody used to always pick on Mark Gratian, so I stepped in the middle of that one.
I remember we used to take Jimmy Lynch though when we played football. We used to stuff him into the post.
I used to stick up for the small guys.
You know what?
We had the thing, you know, where you put the towels in. We used to take Jimmy Lynch and we'd stick him in there.
We
We'd
used to
close
make-
his sack and then carry him around. You know?
We used to make him carry the apples out for us. Remember, we couldn't have the fruit or the apples when we stuffed these pockets full of
Panther
apples.
piss. Remember that? Panther piss. That was before Gatorade. It was called Panther piss.
Then Bubba brought the watermelon full of vodka. One of the last days of the 2-a-days summer practices.
I remember the night when Craig Smith come. He was drunk. Basketball.
Only one?
No, that was the night we got kicked off the game. That was not pretty.
No.
He was sitting out there in that, he had that 55 Chevy, that blue one. Remember
That's
that
the one he hit the bridge with.
He was sitting there like this, you know. Everybody got on the bus. He said, well, how come Craig ain't coming? Because I forget who the hell he was with. He was not good. Not good. No, I remember we used to have,
Gus Greer.
remember we used to have the parties too, and when we hated Callaway, we just remember we have big fires, big things of Callaway, and throw them in the fire. And he always hated me because I never went out to football. Remember, I'd always wait till all the preseason, all that practice. Dude, your sister, there's some people around here that ain't bad. I don't want to do none of that shit. I'll just wait till it's time to play football, then I'll come up. I don't want to do that. You know, that practice stuff.
You gotta work, right?
But that was fun. Big fire. Mrs. Cal. Yeah. One time we must have known McKinstry we had a party. I remember the night when Bubba came over to Swinehart's too. The night when you had the three-wheeler. It wasn't just when you had the three-wheeler. They were all scared shitless. That was after you guys all got busted down in Janesville for all them stolen parts. Remember when they had the stolen parts from all them cars? Who did? Jack had, remember they had, what was that guy's name? Craig something. Janesville, remember they were running around with them guys and they were buying all them car parts and all the car parts. And
Jack Swinehart.
Yeah, but they were running around with a bunch of guys from Janesville. And they bought all the car parts and then the cops come and took all the parts that were stolen. All Jack had was just the body. And they thought them guys were going to come and you pulled in with a van. And everybody's sitting there saying, who is it? Must be them guys from Janesville. All of a sudden the doors fly open and here comes Bubba. Right down the three-wheeler. Yeah, we used to get one time. Bad memory.
I can imagine.
Bad. Oh man, Knightmeyer though, he took us out for football. He took us up to the left guard. And we was laughing last night because Criminal said something about they had Oregon played down in Edgerton and Richmond and Lundy and all them guys were down there. That was the first time that Oregon had played in that thing since we had played there in '71. And when we went down there, old man Knightmeyer told us, he said, if you guys, bad basketball team as you guys are, if you ever win a trophy, I'll take you out to eat. Well, we went down there and we won the tournament.
That's right. Yeah.
We got the trophy and we made him take us out to eat. He was all, you guys didn't. We went down to Big Bull Lake Memorial. Jim was as big as Oregon.
Yeah, I remember that game. It was like here sits all these guys, Cole and Knightmeyer and Black going. They were like practicing, you know. Holy
That
shit!
place was huge. There was Janesville Craig, Janesville Parker, and Monona. Just huge.
That was the year Parker won it.
That was the year when Parker. Craig was the top. Yeah.
Bob Luxinger. Or...
That was the year when Parker was the real underdog, and they beat Craig. Craig was the big top team. Molly Grove was. I remember we used to go down. We used to play against we used to play basketball against the Bobby Allen.
Bobby out Kunder.
Chris Heinrich. I mean, them guys are good basketball players. We get, you know, guard them, they go, tricky play number 1. We just, you know, that was it. We were done. You know? They're going to run tricky play 1. We're in trouble. They were good basketball. They always had good basketball.
Yeah.
Real good basketball. Football teams are stuff.
Oh.
Stoughton, I remember those games against Stoughton, and the kids on the bus were in fear of their lives going over there, wondering if we were going to have a bus to come back to or not.
Yeah, that was all the time. They took all the windows out. We had to sit down there when we played in Evansville. You always played down that park.
Yeah, down by the river.
They threw rocks. We got on the bus and they took every window out with the rocks down there. They didn't like it. Then we got to that one year, remember we played and they were going to call the game because all it was just, they'd hike it like match. They'd hike the ball and everybody just started fighting. It was. It was. They hiked the ball and then everybody just like, you can't do that.
They were probably our worst rival.
Yeah.
Farland was kind of.
That was really good.
Yeah, McFarland wasn't in the conference though.
No. That was really hated.
Yeah, it was always a non-conference game.
They beat the hell out of us in basketball. We could all beat them up in football. Tricky play. Remember on tricky play? We go home. We're in trouble now. We're in trouble. I think Heimerl, I think he's a dentist too.
Is he?
His mother was a sub teacher for us, wasn't she?
Yeah, for a while too. I can remember going down to Evansville rollers.
Yes.
Remember that?
Oh,
7th and 8th grade?
You bet. Yeah. And then one year we were down there and the roof was leaking.
We went down the rollers.
We'd go through the water and crash.
It was hard to do the hokey pokey
Yeah.
in a puddle.
And I remember, and then they had them things on the top where they pushed the light and then the thing would come on and you had to do whatever it said.
Yeah. Ladies pick.
You know, Alzheimer's. Remember that?
Waltz and
Get on the bus.
Reverse direction.
yes.
That was a big thing.
The roller rink. That was why we never went to Madison.
I don't think, do they have one in that? Must
That's
have.
the far east side.
But the one at the east side, yeah, was
That
you
one.
couldn't get there from Oregon at that time. It's worse than it is now.
Remember, that was it. We go down 7th and 8th grade, you went to, that was a big thing. Get on the bus.
Who was the teacher that had the Volkswagen that we turned sideways there? That used to be all she was the chaperone on the bus trips too. She had a little Volkswagen Beetle.
Is that Kielsmeyer?
No, this was a 7th and 8th grade teacher.
What was the one?
Took her car and moved it. Either put it on, not on top of the road, but put it in between two parked cars where she couldn't get it out. Physically carried it in there, pushed it over.
What was the one that hit the bad foot? The guy and his wife caught there.
Had the what?
The guy hit the
Oh,
bad
Keister, Jack Keister.
Yeah,
The art
his wife.
teacher.
His wife.
His wife was Kathy Keister.
Yeah.
No, he was
No,
chorus. He was chorus. She was English.
Yeah.
Who was the voice?
I had
who was the art
classes.
teacher? That Hillsmeyer?
Kielsmeyer, yeah.
His wife taught too, didn't she teach English?
Got something. Yeah.
He was the art teacher? They drove a
Yeah,
sit
they
down.
left after junior year.
Yeah. She was the teacher for us. There was me, Hack. Who the hell else was in there? And that was right. They read. We had to read Huck Finn out loud.
Oh, jeez.
That was not pretty. I think it took us almost all year to get through Huck Finn.
Brian Brown said he went in to buy drapes one time. Or someone came to his house to measure for drapes of the windows. It was Kathy Keister. Working for pennies. Coming in.
She was good looking. Hadn't she?
Wasn't she?
When we were in high school.
Wasn't she?
Wasn't she?
Wasn't she?
The good looking one was Sally Glover. Remember her?
Sally Glover.
Whatever happened?
Well, she left after junior year, and then we got Mrs. Key. She wasn't quite as good looking.
Teacher.
Well, then she's
Anybody else remember Bill Noltmeyer,
Yeah.
science teacher from 7th, 8th grade?
yeah.
8th grade.
And then,
What was one of
what
his
was Wobble
cousins?
Top's name?
Yep.
What was Wobble Top's? They could never say potato, he always said potato. He had this talk like this, he'd shake, they call him Wobble Top. What was his name?
What about the one
What
that calls?
class did he teach?
He taught, I think he taught just before Noltmeyer came. Science.
Jack Lewis. What's his name?
Mrs. Traub was our 7th grade science teacher. But
Remember Miller, Ron Miller, their teacher? Sarge, remember him?
Mueller, this one was, they're both spelled the same way, but they're pronounced different ways.
Yeah. Remember?
Yeah, the Roman Air Force.
I remember he took and come in and it was the Rogerses and Vernick and me and they were just, he come in and he just like that and everybody just, boy, we hit the dirt that day. He put the dirt out into us.
last semester playing volleyball, Bill Noltmeyer was in the group playing volleyball with us. The first day that the first night that he was there, I looked at him and thought, well, that certainly looks like Mr. Noltmeyer. And we didn't play against his team until the very last thing. And I heard some of his teammates calling him Bill, and I thought, it was actually Wilbert was his name. And when we were going through shaking hands, I said, Mr. Noltmeyer? Yes.
Django I worked there, his nephew or something there, and he said to me one day, he says, do you know my uncle? I said, probably. I said, is his name Wilbert? He says, yeah. He says, he knows you. I said, he probably does.
Well, I just couldn't, it's just hard to imagine playing volleyball with a teacher, especially somebody that we had in 7th, 8th grade.
Frazier was a teacher for Wabenops.
Doesn't ring a bell at all.
He actually was just on a couple of us had him for class that my brother had him.
I remember Carter Smith too.
Yeah.
Carter was funny.
Yep.
Remember him?
McFarland boy. He still.
We used to tell him all the nice stories about all the young ladies there, and then the next year he was their teacher. Remember that? He owns
But he sold the one in McFarland. He owns the one in Verona now.
Now, was he still partners with Ron Nelson?
I don't know. I heard they broke up. Or they broke apart.
Yeah, I think he had the one.
He had the one
for a while, all by himself.
Yeah, he's still got the one in Stoughton and Verona.
And Verona.
Yeah, used to be Cam Ann.
Yep.
He owns
Wildcat.
Wildcat.
Wildcat. Yeah, I remember when he was there.
He was an assistant coach for a while.
Assistant coach, yeah.
He was from Farland originally.
Farland originally, and he played down in
Yeah, he went to Platteville because he took a bunch of guys down, the basketball team down to the game one time down Platteville. Because he was assistant coach senior year, and then the next year he came back and taught.
Yeah, everybody was laughing.
And the end of, let's see, what year was Marianne Johnson in? Dated Marianne Johnson. 72. 72. The summer after she graduated high school, he dated. That was the big hoo-ha. One of many, I'm sure.
Probably listened to all them stories we used to tell.
Sounded good to him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Must have. Yeah, we had a lot of. I remember we had at one time we had that. His name was Blaney or something like that. He was an English teacher. Substitute house practice teacher. Oh, he hated me. I remember what he was doing something. He said something when I turned my back, so I talked to him this way. Oh, he didn't like me. I always liked Mrs. Wilson.
Remember
I used to get A's in that class.
What was the graphic?
I used to always get A's in
What was the
class.
graphic
She
arts
liked me. She wrote, in my yearbook, she wrote something, but she wrote it in French to me. And then she called me a cabbage head. And I said,
Rod, I can't imagine that.
And she says, that's a term of endearment, French. Okay. I hope it says cabbage head. I always got A's in her class.
What was the graphic arts teacher?
Wenzel sounds familiar.
We just had a counselor too, didn't we? Did anybody ever go see him?
Wenzel was,
Roger.
There was Roger.
Did anybody ever go see him or anything? Or that was when we first had counselors.
Yeah.
Remember? Did you? Or did you get counseled on?
It was,
Don't tell him.
no, it was job stuff. It was job stuff in my senior year.
Is that? I remember we had him. Remember he came and
I don't remember.
we never had. We'd never had anything like that. And he was a
But
counselor.
we're talking about this graphic arts teacher, Ray Sellers and I and Dougie Coles were in this class, and it was that one that was kind of tucked back off the industrial arts shop, back in that corner. And he had a wig. And we bet.
Wasn't it Wait?
Wait. No. Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, and we hung a wire from the door frame, and we all year long, Ray Sellers and I and Dougie Coles were trying to get that wig off his head. And we got it one day, and Ray got kicked out of the class because he took the guilt for it. But it was engineered perfectly. We get that wire just right, and we hooked that thing. He just walked out the door and hooked his wig. Oh, he was bad. He was hot.
I remember when Dino always used to move his corn crop too. He would plant corn, and then his corn would disappear. I don't know if there'd be no corn. But I can't remember everybody doing anything that was really vicious or destructive. Or I mean, it was all. See, I can remember we used to do things behind the stage too. I can't remember what we did, but we used to do some goofy. I remember where they had this. We had do things back in there too.
Blood the mics, maybe.
No.
Weird.
But I can't remember that we did anything that was really.
Wasn't there a couple
corn crop? I
underclassmen
guess.
that threw the toilets off the bathroom wall? Down by the gym?
Yeah. I can't remember what
They
I did. I
flushed,
can't remember what we did.
they flushed some chemical down the toilet. Yeah. Got this bright idea in science class.
See, those are the kind of people, I was talking with somebody about that, those kind of people who sit there and think, you know, I'll bet you if we got all this stuff here, we could make a bomb, blow something up. You know? Most of us were smart enough to go, nah, but that wouldn't be a very good idea. But there's some of these people out there in the world today who go, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That freshman class, they found that Irish setter running around outside, and they took him in the same men's
Didn't they bring a pig though? Who brought the pig that time and let that pig
grease the pig.
Yeah.
They put the class, I think it was class of 70 had the grease pig. But they had this Irish setter. They found he was just roaming around outside, and the bathroom's down off the end of the gym, the east side of the school, west side. They took him in there and soaped his mouth up with soap. And then they let him go, and it said, "Rabbit dog, rabbit dog." And this big old dumb setter with drool and foam and panicked everybody. Should have let him in the office.
Man, the office is right there too.
Yeah.
That's kind of a stupid place to play tricks, wasn't it? You could have gone to the bathrooms at the other end.
We were the closest one to the parking lot. Escape route was guaranteed.
That's right.
What was it, Bagel that hit the light pole in the parking lot?
Pat Connors hit
Pat
it.
Connor.
Pat Connors hit it. Pagel hit it. There was about 3 guys that hit it. Pagel hit it one more.
Not so good.
Yeah, he was coming into school. Pat hit it when he was leaving.
Yeah.
He was back there.
He was backing up.
Somebody else hit it though too. Who the hell? Somebody else hit one of them also.
That's the only one I know.
The sun got in there.
There's one pole. There's 2 poles in the whole parking lot.
Mark Johnson had that. It's called the
That's a weird.
Killer,
Whatever happened to him. He sells stuff.
Killer Chevelle, and he gets the fire hydrant or the plug on that corner back by the shop.
Mark Johnson, I know he travels all around. He sells crap. He goes to the flea markets all over the United States. He sells crap.
Oh, yeah. With his recent current wife is. Huh?
I think he moved to Oregon. Mark Johnson moved to Oregon.
Yeah, but he travels around. He was traveling around all over the United States.
Yeah. Really?
He sells crap.
His son and Terry Henderson's son were both on the basketball team in Oregon.
See, Mark never played that. He was a good basketball player, but he wouldn't play.
Mark Johnson and Bob Heinz were the reason I got on the basketball team junior year, because the last day of practice they quit.
Yeah.
Otherwise I wouldn't have got on that year.
They play, but they didn't want to play. They didn't want to play. I haven't been a union time.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't like it either. I remember me and Richmond one time we got in a fight. Practice. I would have given one of those big pep things, you know, where you're not fighting enough and this and that. No, Richmond swatted me, so I pushed him, he pushed me in. We'll take a shower. We got in there and I said, well, I'm gonna quit. I quit. No, you can't quit. Well, if you wanted us to fight, we fought. He was a grubby coach.
He wasn't a good basketball player.
He was the worst basketball
Wasn't
player.
any good in track either. I didn't think. He had a good track team.
He just knew play zone, you knew you were going to play man-to-man. If he wanted you to run, you know you should have walked the ball. Everything was just that stuff.
Year after high school, they used to have the gym used to open on Sundays all the time during the season. Year after high school, I went up and I was playing in there. We'd always have pickup games. I played him one-on-one and beat him. God, he was mad. Because he never played me, but that's why I didn't go out senior. I thought, well, he wouldn't do anything. He always had his, 3 or 4 favorites that always played. When we were juniors, oh man, the people in the stands would yell, what in so-and-so, what in so-and-so? It was like play Wackling, Denson, and Ibach. And that was it. And then 2 other people, but those 3 were in the whole
I remember when we went down to Evansville that time too, and we get down there and Ibach forgot his shoes. And he said to me, he says, "You're starting." I go, "Oh shit." He forgot his shoes. He forgot his shoes.
God, Ibach, it used to be when Ibach was the tallest.
Yeah. He was pretty good size,
he was 6'7" is all though.
Yeah. That was pretty good size back then.
No thanks.
Yeah, it was.
The minus 2 wheels, so.
That's pretty good size back then. You played anybody that was 6'6", 6'7", that was pretty good size back then. His brother was pretty good. Ditch.
Yeah, it didn't rain.
Remember his band Spindle Beam?
Yeah.
Remember that? Spindle Beam. Kaleidoscope. Community. We used to go down to Brooklyn to the community center. Dances down there, remember that? Remember that? Big hangouts.
That was big time.
That was a big time, yeah. A big time to go down to Brooklyn.
When's
They're
our
going to have
big,
a dance.
Labor Day?
Big fun.
Labor Day was their big party in Brooklyn?
Yeah, they don't have that anymore.
No, they don't, do they?
They stopped that several years ago, wasn't it? 10? More?
Oh, I've been here 12 and I haven't seen one yet.
Well, maybe there was a reason she didn't take you to Brooklyn. They had a big baseball or a softball tournament too down there, didn't they?
They play
Softballs and
Horse show.
Yeah.
Big horse show.
I won that horse show one year.
A what?
Lots of fighting.
Lots of
The
fighting.
only thing I ever won.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go down to the
Baited
beer
the beer tap.
That was a big thing in the dance.
US Pure used to play down there quite often.
On Brooklyn Community Center. See how many people get picked up by the Brooklyn Cop.
Top.
Brooklyn Cop.
Yeah.
But that one stop sign, remember? You go down around the corner, there was the one stop sign, and you get everybody from going through. That's like I remember when I went over to get my driver's license over in Stowe.
Yeah, they had that stop sign behind the thing. It was hidden by the
remember
pine
that?
tree. Yeah.
So everybody that went.
Before you, they told you about it. Wilson did.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I said to one of the guys when I'm working, he says, "They haven't taken driver's test down in Stoughton for I don't know how many years." I always remember, as soon as you left the place, there was a stop sign there, the branch was hiding.
Yeah.
So you had to know.
Took a right on Forest Street back in there.
I think when Lita went down there that time, I told her about it. And I think she went like 2 miles an hour. She left, and she said, "I knew it was coming, so I just drove like a 2 mile." The guys kind of going, "We can believe it." She says, "There's a stop sign up here somewhere." Yeah, go to Stoughton, get you drivers.
And we had the simulators out in the back of that trailer with the cars.
No, don't shift them.
Yeah, we were racing. Wells and I'd be back there racing.
Don't shift them.
Who taught that part? Did Kissling teach that too?
No.
He taught behind the wheel. But
I don't think Louie taught the other class. I thought it was
I didn't take that in Oregon.
someone else. I thought he came with the trailer, didn't he?
The only time I met Blue Kissling was in the parking lot
Yeah.
of Jingles with his son, the linebacker, standing next to him. Riley said, "This is my driver's ed teacher."
No, I
and
said,
this is number 45.
I said, this is my driver's ed teacher, and this is number 45. Yes.
Whose phone was that? Dan or Mike?
Yeah.
Played with 1 year for the Packers and then just kind of went away.
Oh, did he?
No, he got drafted by somebody else, and did the Packers finally pick him up after he got dropped? And he got cut in camp. He was like 1 or 2 years, and then he just went off and did whatever it was he did.
That's education.
Well, wasn't he the Was he the one that got all the straight A's? No. That was the other guy.
Aaron's was good. He played a long time.
He played for Cardinals quite a few years.
Played for the Colts or at the end.
That's right, yeah.
He owns yogurt shops or something.
Oh, that's right.
He owns yogurt shops. He played about a year, 9 years, I think.
He's still in Indianapolis. In Indianapolis, I think.
Yeah, when he retired, that's where he stayed because he had shops.
Dave Aarons.
Oh, yeah. Who did we see? Oh, Lebanon.
Is Dad a principal too?
Yeah, junior now.
Still use that old school down there too. Old school. They still use that.
One by the pool?
That
The old one?
The old Holly School. The original high
Right
school.
off Main Street.
Yeah. Is that still used as a school?
The red brick building is not,
Isn't
the
it?
red brick part of it is not used.
What do they got in that?
Storage.
Is that?
I haven't even been down since they.
Remember, that was a creaky old thing. Remember, it was all wood floors in there and stuff. Remember, that was a real creaky old building.
Couldn't sneak
That's
around.
where the storm comes through and knocked that owl's nest out of that big old pine tree was in front. And Ray Sellers and I and someone else, there was 3 little screech owls that came out of that nest. And we all had them in our lockers. We were gonna take them home. And then, I don't know, word got out that there was we had these owls confined in our lockers. And somehow I passed mine off to Ray. Ray Sellers. I had one, I don't know who had the other two, but Ray got mine, and I gave it to him just before they went through the locker check. And they opened up Ray's locker, and the owl wasn't there anymore, but the remnants of its digestive tract were still in the locker. I don't see no owl. Ray raised that owl. I think he was a couple years old and let him go. Full of pigeons too, that school. It was a neat old.
That was a neat building. It had all wood. I remember it had all wood floors. It was just creaky. Wherever you went, you could make all kids.
All get together
You always
behind
made
the
lots of
camera
noise.
here, or in front of the camera, and
Pose.
wave goodbye, yes.
So that you can fade it out.
Yes.
Yep.
And maybe go away.
So much TV.
The remnants of the class of 1971. Happy trails to you until we meet again.
Years in.
No excuses.
No excuses.
No comprende.
There's gotta be a lot more of you
No escape.
with us the next time.
No can escape.
No can escape Bubba. No can escape Bubba.
No can escape.
Yeah.
Now we're supposed to leave.
Oh, we're supposed to leave.
How can we miss you if you don't go away?
Well, to be technically right.
You hear that? You hear that motorcycle calling me? Crying.
Bye.
Wind.
Did you notice not everybody wants to come with you?